Good morning, YouTube. Capped here. Now, one of the things I was thinking about after video 15 on observations is mainly about not necessarily the lack of observation from other road users, but the sheer unadulterated ignorance of some of them. The ones that actually and honestly do not give a shit about other road users and could cause accidents without them even caring that they've just caused an accident. As long as they make their headway, they get to the front of their queue. Wow, there's some heat coming off the exhaust of that bus beside me. Now, sure, as bikers, we do have a tendency to do a lot of the same moves that these ignorant other road users would do. And it does touch on a bit of, is it hypocritical for me to talk about this subject? I mean, for instance, in a moment I'm going to filter up the side of these cars because I can. Whereas if another road user did it, it would be completely ignorant. A prime example will be of how I'm going to filter through here. Just past that Morrison's truck is a left turn that I take, and I can guarantee there will be one or more vehicles that will do the same thing I'm about to do, but because they're in a car, it becomes ignorant. I mean, that taxi driver's probably going to do it, and I have a feeling this Honda driver may be doing the same thing. No, I was wrong. But so I do wonder about what goes on in the minds of some drivers who will willingly go in the wrong lane of a road, clearly marked road, because of queues. All because they don't want to wait. Sometimes this is about 3-4 car lengths. And it's usually the case that these people that are being impatient are the ones that cause the reasons for them needing to be impatient. People needing to make emergency manoeuvres, emergency stops, braking suddenly, just because these people are cutting into traffic where if they'd stayed with the traffic it'd be fine. Which reminds me of a study that I once read about phantom jams, where you get traffic jams for no reason whatsoever. You come to the end of the traffic jam, it just vanishes. Nothing there to indicate as to why there was a jam. It just was one. And the reason being people driving too close to each other. One person may tap the brakes and it causes this sort of chain reaction of people having to brake. Next thing you know, the traffic's had to bunch up. It effectively ripples all the way down, and because you've now got this little stopped section of traffic, or at least slower moving traffic, you create a small jam. The thing is, it spreads and gets bigger and bigger and bigger because people drive too close, and people not paying attention again, and they will just, rather than ease off the acceleration, will slap on the brakes, or will need to slap on the brakes. When it comes back to the ignorance, I often do see it's people will jump red lights for that one reason of they don't want to wait for the next cycle. And it's the ignorance of these drivers becomes dangerous for other road users. And I just honestly don't think they're aware of how much danger they put some people in. For instance, myself, a scooter rider that just passed me. We have to be extra careful just because other people are arseholes. So one of the things I often say, people go, oh, but riding a motorbike's dangerous. It's not. There's nothing about riding the motorbike that is dangerous. The danger, while there is a danger, it's not from the motorbike itself. It's from other road users. So other people are the ones that put us at risk. At least as far as the statistics have shown. It's why you can get cheaper car insurance if you're a biker. We are statistically safer in terms of our abilities behind the wheel or behind a bike. Statistics start getting inflated when you start dealing with impaired riders as well. If you're drunk on a bike, you are ridiculously more likely to have an accident compared to if you're drunk behind the wheel of a car. So when it comes to motorbiking being dangerous, the danger actually comes predominantly from two other sets of road users. One, those that just don't pay attention to what's around them. And two, those who just don't give a shit. And it's hard to tell which ones are more dangerous. The ones that muscle their way in through traffic and around. It's like, I'm not waiting in this queue, let's go up to the side. Look, there's a small vehicle. Let's force him out the way. Or the ones that are doing a case of, oh shit, I'm in the wrong lane. I would tend actually towards the former. Yeah, the former. I would tend towards the former being the one that's the more dangerous. Because they're already showing that their priority is themselves on the road. Whereas the unobservant ones just are careless. And I just hope that one day I am not a statistic caused by one of them.